This report live from the Xerox Rochester International Jazz Festival is brought to you in part by our members and by the Hilton Garden Inn, Rochester downtown. Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm Rob Linton, joined by Derrick Lucas, and we've got a tent full of special guests today. Derrick?
Yes, we do. We have Mr. Vincent Herring in the house. Vincent, welcome back to Rochester.
Thank you very much.
And the name of your new album on Smoke Records, Smoke Sessions.
Well, it's called Hard Times.
Yeah.
That's right.
And congratulations on the new release and being on Smoke Sessions. Who's going to be with you in the band tonight?
Oh, some of my favorite musicians. We have David Kokoski at the piano, Yasushi Nakamura at the contrabass, and Carl Allen at the drums.
And for you, talk about putting together the set list, because that's an art all into itself, because you have so many pieces of music you can draw from, so many different sources. How do you put it together?
Well, I'm trying to promote my new record, so obviously I'm playing songs from the new record. And Hard Times is a song that made famous by David Fathead Newman and Ray Charles. And the festival producer here, Ted
Nugent, yeah, John Nugent.
I'm sure that happens many
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Yeah, John Nugent, myself, and David Fathead Newman, along with the Joey DeFrancesco Trio. We did a gig in New York, which turned out to be the last job of David Fathead Newman.
Really?
Yeah. And I was thinking about playing that song and then just being in tune politically with things that are going on in the United States. Hard times seemed appropriate.
Yeah.
The hard times are different for everybody. You live in Switzerland, the trains are 3 minutes late, that's hard times.
Yeah.
But hard times in the United States is for real.
Right.
So.
Speaking to Vincent Herring here on Jazz 90.1, playing 2 shows tonight at 6 and at 9 o'clock. So, Vincent, who have you been checking out these days for music, whether yourself or inside or outside of jazz?
Wow. It's funny. You try to listen to everything to try to not only draw inspiration, but just to be aware of everything. So there's nothing in particular that makes my heart pitter-patter, other than old Motown and,
Yeah.
and my jazz things. But I do listen to as much as I can and try to digest because it comes out in compositions, it comes out in the way you interpret music, and it helps to keep you relevant.
Yeah. Speaking to Vincent Herring on Jazz 90.1, Vincent, you're one of the first jazz artists to really embrace the music of Prince early on. Mm-hmm. And why has it taken so long for our jazz family to embrace Prince's music and his legacy? Because you saw it early on.
Jazz players are some snobs. I'm telling you like it is. I can remember when I first started playing, I slowly became a jazz snob. Right when I was a big-time snob, I was right in there. But as you grow and mature, you try to listen to everything, and you give everything some validity. And Prince is an artist that was embraced by Miles Davis. And at the time, I really didn't dig Prince. But since Miles embraced him, I figured I'd try to give him a listen to. And it wasn't that I dug it that much at first, but as I continued to listen to it, the way it was put together, the originality of it, it deserved a second listen to. And then I started to enjoy some of it, and then I had a chance to record some of the songs from his father that his father composed, which we did a recording of with the Cannonball Legacy Band, and we interpreted all that music. And I'm not surprised his father was a musician, a jazz musician.
Right.
Because it's once you really get to know Prince's music, you start to feel those roots in it.
Speaking to Vincent Herring on Jazz 90.1, playing 2 shows at 6 and 9. Vincent, thank you so much for taking jazz further.
Thank you so much for interviewing.
Have a great show.
Appreciate it.